of those aches and pains and tell your doctor to refer you to Titan MRI.
Whether it happens on the pickleball court, the soccer field, or when stretching the limits of your yoga flexibility, injuries aren't convenient, but UF Health OrthoCare is. Now with locations in Gainesville and Ocala, our board-certified specialists provide the expertise you need to get moving again. Don't let a sprain, strain, or minor fracture keep you or your kids sidelined. Turn to UF Health OrthoCare. Visit ufhealth.org/orthocare locations for addresses and hours. Walk-ins welcome.
This program is paid for by Talking Reds, LLC.
The Tailgate with Chef Cardozo and Pat Dooley is on the air.
Let's do it. It's go time.
You can be part of the show by calling 392-TALK. That's 392-8255.
You know, if I'm saying something to you, I don't say to you, I'm going to say something to you and then say it. I just say it.
Or hit the guys up on social media by tweeting to @JeffCardozaUF and @Pat_Dooley. The grill is hot and the beverages are ice cold. It's time to tailgate. Here are Jeff and Pat.
And here we are, Jeff and Pat, in for another edition of the Tailgate. Maya is taking your phone calls. Jeff, the grill is hot, but I think you could probably cook some food out on some of these sidewalks in Gainesville right now.
I don't ever remember just starting to sweat walking from a building to a parking lot.
How about to the
hardest part.
mailbox?
That's anything like that. So even, going 500 feet, you're going to sweat.
Well, I'm a sweater by nature, but I walked literally from my house, air-conditioned house, very nice and cool, and put something in my car, which is right there in the driveway, and came back, and all of a sudden I was like, I'm sweating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly scary. I know there was a story the other day where another football player, high school kid in Texas, passed away because of the heat, and I mean we're now in the thousands in that department. So I know a lot of the high school coaches are now getting ready, and GHS is practicing at 6 a.m.
Yeah, so I saw that a lot of schools are doing
either that or you're waiting until 7 o'clock at night. To be able to do it. You just can't do it in the middle of the day. So I know everybody's certainly got to be cautious. And if you're not playing football, you're out there. Gator Ball's got a big showcase at Condren Ballpark on Friday. So you got 75 to 100 kids out there.
You got to wear those polyester uniforms and everything. They heat up pretty quickly. They're flammable too, so you better be careful.
Yeah, wear light clothes and. Try to not wear a lot of it.
As you see today, that's what I did. I said I'm wearing the least amount of clothes I possibly can and not get Jeff turned on. That's my goal.
You're on the verge. Very, very close. So today is certainly a big day. Not getting out in the heat, but Gator football will get out onto the field, the turf, for the first time today. So certainly a big day, a day that I think a lot of us have been wanting to happen because that means it's real again, and no new conversation on Lagway. It's go out. Media will be there watching different things. They'll report on it, and we'll talk about it, and we'll get out there if we can.
That is the weird thing, though. It's the restrictions they have on you. You're not allowed to report about anything that happens. Okay, so. But I still think it's an invaluable tool just to be able to watch guys. So it's kind of you get everything on background. In other words, 6 weeks from now, you can come back and say, hey, I saw this guy in the first practice, and I knew he was going to be a star. You can say things like that with conviction. And that is, I think, the biggest reason for the media boys to go out, and girls and ladies and women and men and everybody else, to go out there and just to get – when we started getting shut out, that's the thing I miss the most, was just being able to speak with authority. You could only talk about what you saw in a game.
And when did that happen? With Zook?
Well, Zook, remember, he put the bleachers in. And then Muschamp, Meyer at the end of his, I think, might have. But when he was dressing down Jeremy Fowler, that was – it was an open – I don't know if it was an open practice, but it was an open media thing. And then Muschamp closed it, but then he opened it up for the spring, and then a guy got hurt, and they said, well, I'm closing it. So that Muschamp might have been the first to really do it. And then everybody after that did. Yeah, I even asked McElwain when he got the job, and we had a little get-together with him, and I said, how about open a practice? I mean, come on, man. What are we going to see? Just tell us we can't write about it. It's fine.
Yeah, but if you say you can't write about it, you don't think you're still then going to
it's in your head.
Talk to your friends or people?
Wives.
Like, you don't think you're going to call up the Alabama beat writer that you're really good friends with because he bought you 4 beers at SEC Media Days and talk to him about it?
Nobody did, first of all. I didn't go. But why – how did Spurrier win all those games when we could watch every practice and report on everything that happened? How did he win? I don't know.
Because he was ahead of everybody else.
How did Bear Bryant win all those games? Up on the tower, everybody could see him up there and watch the practice.
He MF'd everybody.
I'm just saying it's not impossible to win, but coaches today are incredibly paranoid. You know that. And I think Billy letting him in today is
yeah, but also you didn't have the video back then.
You didn't have video.
Now you can tape it, and now you tape it and you can study it. So even if you went and saw it and reported on it, it's not like you're able to then all of a sudden, let's just say a guy from Alabama came and he watched open practice when Spurrier was here. He's not going to be able to, unless it's like a former football player that's like Goodwill Hunting or something that can just take these mental images. He's still not going to be able to do it. But now you don't have to know anything about football.
Right.
You can record it, and then you upload that, and then everybody can study it. So I agree now why you shouldn't be able to.
Well, why can't you just tell people you can't have your phone? You put them all in this little basket here. And
what happens if somebody's wearing a camera on their lapel?
You ban them for life from coming to practice or going to a game.
What if you don't know? What if the video all of a sudden gets out there and you don't know who did the video? Like that's where
You're the one who's paranoid.
I don't blame coaches for doing it because you're working on stuff. You do
what is Florida working on today? They're working on fundamentals, blocking, tackling.
Yeah, today's not a huge deal.
Yes.
But then why you even want to put that out on video?
I mean, why you wouldn't? You would just. I would want to see it just to see what kind of shape guys were in, and guys that had that burst, on the defensive line, guys like that. Those kind of things you're not going to be able to know.
The strength coach just told you 700 pounds instead of 580 from last year. There you go. You don't need to see it.
Okay. Then okay, fine. I don't need to see anything. I don't need to go to any practices. I think you know that.
Yeah.
My favorite story about practices and stuff like that is Chris Harry one year was hired by the Knoxville News Sentinel that does Tennessee to write notes columns for them about the Gators, and we've all done that kind of thing. But this one, when they published it, they had a little logo, and it was like from the enemy camp, and it was like a guy with binoculars on, like he was spying. Spurrier did not like that. He lost it. He was not happy about that. And then there was another guy that wrote, Florida tried this double reverse pass, on like the Wednesday of practice. Well, those are the kind of things you got to know better than to do things like that.
But you don't know.
You do know if you're smart.
No, you're there
back then
to
we
report,
were smarter.
And you're there and to say what happens. And again, that's why you don't want it to happen.
Well, see, I'm talking about the old journalism. You're talking about the new journalism. That's the difference. Back then, we all knew. You all knew. If somebody ran a double reverse pass in practice, you go, well, I'll be able to talk about that Sunday or in my column. That's why you were there, and that's why we loved going to practice for that reason. But now, if you ran a double reverse pass and somebody's got a blog and they'll have it up on the blog before you can even run it again.
Yeah. So obviously we do not get to report a lot of what will happen, but the good thing is they're out there, they're running around, they're doing their thing, and it should be exciting. And we will get some bits and pieces to be able to comment on and certainly tell you about. And, I think even as you get the communication from Napier throughout all of this, I think Napier has learned, too, to be – like I think when I first started interviewing him, I was a little hesitant because, the first time he did it, he didn't really want to talk about specific players. And so it was almost more generic questions. Certainly after the game, it's like, he didn't want to hype up anybody, and that's just not the type of person he was. But, I think you can start to see now, 4 years in, he understands that he has to do some of that stuff. So he will, in fact, talk about guys. So, and I think some guys, it sucks to say it, but some guys need to, hear that they're doing good. It shouldn't be that way, but, guys like to read it, and, as they're sitting there not paying attention in class, they're reading the Alligator. They want to see that Billy Napier said, oh, Jeff Cardozo was really good today in practice. And, I think Billy's done probably a better job of starting to do some of that than he has in the past.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. I think he's one of those guys that I every time I hear him in a press conference or been to a press conference with him, I'm always impressed with him. Anytime he speaks to the Gainesville Quarterback Club, I'm always impressed with him. But I think he doesn't quite light the pilot light for a lot of Gator fans because he's so low-key. Mm-hmm. And I think he's gotten a little bit more, hey, look, we're going to be good. Get ready for this. Everybody get back on the bandwagon. Even if you were off, jump on it. And that's putting a lot of pressure on him and putting a lot of pressure on everybody.
Somebody specifically asked him the other day, do you talk about wanting to make the playoffs or being in the playoffs? And he said, absolutely. And that should be the answer.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be, oh, no, we're just trying to go out and play.
We're just trying to beat Long Island University.
It was, that's certainly a goal. And that if you're at the University of Florida, there is that perception that you should be in the playoffs.
James Franklin has done that this year. He's said, hey, look, we earned where we're going to be ranked.
Yeah.
We've earned that. The perception is that we're going to be one of the best teams in the country, and we've earned that. And that's the thing. And I think that's what I think Billy should tell his team, and I don't have to tell him what to tell his team. Guys, you're going to be ranked or whatever the rankings come out, and you earned that. Okay, but you haven't earned anything for this season yet. You've earned the respect from what you guys have been able to do and the guys we've been able to bring in here. But you haven't earned anything as far as the season goes. So now you got to go earn that.
All right. We'll take a break, open up our phone lines. That is, of course, the Titan MRI and Imaging hotline. Do have a couple of guests today. Matt Hayes will join us, and also JC Deacon, the men's golf coach. JC had a guy win the 3M Open last week, so that was kind of cool. But we will have your phone calls right now if you want to chime in. Again, Maya is here, and we'll get after it here on the Tailgate.
From the heart of campus and the College of Journalism and Communications on Stadium Road, ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
Gator Nation, come on out to the Mealy Pop Shop here in town. We are the #1 spot in the state of Florida for sports cards, Pokemon cards, memorabilia, and pretty much everything else collectible. I like to say we buy, sell, trade, and grade at our shop. So if you want to buy something, if you want to sell something, make some cash, you want to trade in some stuff, or you can even grade as we grade with PSA, SGC, and CGC. We host weekly breaks with personal and group breaks. Just find us at Mealy Pops Breaks on all the social media platforms. Whether it be a massive Skeens RPA or a Carlos Alcaraz Superfractor, we pulled some amazing hits. We're located right off of 39th Avenue, off I-75, behind Sonny's and Walgreens. Whether you're 6 or 86, come on out to our shop. Open Wednesday through Sunday, and you can also access our website, mealypops.com, for all of your collectible needs. Go Gators, can't wait to see you at Mealy Pops. We're located right off of 39th Avenue, off I-75, behind Sonny's and Walgreens. mealypops.com. Come on out to our shop.
There's a ton of things I love doing. That's why I have so many fun jobs and why I try so hard to make it to the kids' concerts, recitals, and games. But with everything that's going on, it doesn't leave me much time to take care of the chores at home. And since I hate chores, especially cleaning, I let the experts handle that one for me. Each week, a fully trained team from Molly May dusts, vacuum, wipes, cleans, whatever I need them to do in the house, leaving me more time to do the things I enjoy. Molly Maid is fully insured and is ready to do your dirty work for you as well. Call them up at 378-7777 1755 or check them out online at mollymade.com. They're made for this.
Sonic Radio. I'm your host, the CIO, and I just found the sound effects machine. Just in time because the new Junior Chicken sandwiches at Sonic are only $1.99 each. It's perfectly seasoned, crispy chicken that comes in original or honey chipotle. No, already did that one. Save that one for later. That's a soft no.
Find Junior Chicken sandwiches on the Sonic Fun 99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic. Tax not included. See menu for details.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
You see the more than 70 bright green trucks all over town making sure our neighborhoods go from cluttered to clean. But what you may not know is there are more than 130 employees at GFL whose hard work and dedication deliver quality services to each and every one of you throughout the year. Rain or shine, regardless of the elements, GFL employees pride themselves on knowing what they do is crucial in our community, and they are looking to add fine folks to their ever-growing team. So if you want to be a part of the fourth largest provider of environmental solutions in North America, look into joining the Green Team here in Gainesville by checking out the career section at gflenv.com. Country fried sirloin, herb-crusted chicken, chicken critters, pulled pork, pork chops, sirloin steak. Do I have you salivating yet? Well, those are just a few of the things you can scarf down on the early dine menu at Texas Roadhouse. And best of all of that, only $12.99. It happens every Monday through Thursday from 3 to 5, so grab some grub and then head home and listen to the tailgate all the way until 6. And even though that's early dine, the staff of the Texas Roadhouse will wine and dine you 7 days a week with a menu made for many. Texas-sized combos, succulent steaks, and burgers that are as big as Gator sports are just the start. And speaking of starting, their fresh baked bread with honey cinnamon butter is waiting. So what are you waiting for? Get over to the Texas Roadhouse and wash it all down with some beer, wine, or the coolest cocktails around. AJ and the crew are ready for you. It's just west of the interstate off of the Archer Road exit, so hit the road for the Roadhouse. Your taste buds will thank you.
From athlete activism to athletic achievements, we have you covered. Your home for every important sports story. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators. The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley continues here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
All right, welcome back. Doles and Dozo here with you. A Wednesday edition of the Tailgate. That means tomorrow is Thursday, and it's an action-packed day on the station. You got Rays before us tomorrow. 12:30 will be the pregame show, and then they'll try to beat up on the Yanks for the final time in that series. That'll be at 1 o'clock. We'll do our show after that is over. And, of course, we are WRUF, home for Rays baseball.
Yeah, and you have the Rays Yankees tonight at 6:30 as well, right after we're done. You have to just you have time to go eat dinner, and then you get to watch the game, listen to the game.
And tomorrow is actually a big day in baseball. Do you know why?
It is the end of the it's a trade deadline.
Trade deadline, yes. There's already been some trades today. Key Brian Hayes, you know what team he plays for?
No.
Pittsburgh. He's won a couple of Gold Gloves. He's actually legit.
Never heard.
Third baseman. He got traded to Cincinnati.
For?
Some schmucks that you don't know.
Player to be named later?
Cincinnati's trying to make a little playoff run.
Well, good for them.
You know who plays for Cincinnati? That you used to cover?
Well, I know it's not India because India got traded or signed up.
India got traded for who?
Bader?
Close.
What do you mean close?
He was a Gator.
I don't know.
Singer.
Brady Singer?
Brady Singer.
Good for him.
He's a Redbird.
We doggies. That's good news. Well, we'll see what happens. And again, we have an NFL game also on the station Thursday night. So we got all that going on. Chargers and the Lions. Who do you got?
Lions.
Lions are favored by 1.
Sweet. Then I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, we'll take some phone calls. Get John to join us next. John, what's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. I tell you, you answered one question about the Rays game. I was wondering what was going to happen on that. So they're going to start at 12:30. I tell you, that's what I do now. I listen to all Rays games because it's too far ahead to figure out what's going to happen in football. I mean, too many variables can happen. Too many players can get injured or suspended or whatnot, and it just throws everything out the window that you think is going to happen. So I like to just listen to the Rays football game, which isn't as bad as listening to Gators baseball games. I mean, I like the Rays baseball. And I tell you, I like to reminisce the old Gator games back when Charlie Pell was here. We had what's his name, Marshall? And he just kept jamming them up on that student body left, and they couldn't figure it out. And we beat them at Southern Cal, and then Emmett Smith playing under Galen Hall. I like to reminisce those old days, back when the weather was more cooperative, wasn't so ridiculously hot and rained all the time, and enjoy a good football game. I just can't get into that far ahead on thinking what's going to happen in the season this year. I mean, the way the weather is. I mean, too many things can happen.
Well, they do, and that's why we love it. It's unscripted. Anything's going to happen. We have no idea what's going to happen in the NFL. You know, tape could come out of nowhere. I mean, that's why college football is great. And
it just seems like such a waste of time trying to figure it all out, and then everything happens that dashes you.
Well, John, clearly you don't gamble, and I don't either. But the people who gamble will say it's not a waste of time. It's a drain on my bank account.
Okay. You gonna be on tomorrow? You gonna be on Friday too, or not? You gonna be on Friday?
Not Friday. Tomorrow will be our last day of the week. Yep, and then off next week. And then back after it on the 11th, 5 days a week, ready to go.
Okay, and no Steve Russell to cover for you doing next week. So I guess
take vacation next week.
Okay.
All right, John.
My call, guys.
Yep, appreciate it.
Okay.
You're ruining John's life trying to leave.
I'm not leaving. Where am I going?
You said you were going somewhere. You're trying to go to Atlanta, which I don't think there's a reason to now. Acuna's hurt again.
I know.
So he's out. You can't even watch Sim.
I think I've talked myself out of that. Anyway.
But how crappy is that? Again, like Acuna had come back doing so well, and then he's had the two knees, and now it's potentially a Achilles.
But it's a strain, so the thing is you just got to shut him down. I mean, you're 16 games out.
You got no chance.
It's not happening.
You have to understand that this is not your year.
Shut him down, get him healthy, get some other guys healthy, make some moves in the free agency. You don't have to make any moves in the trade, I don't think. There's no point in trying to get better this year. It's not happening. So be smart. I think they usually are pretty smart up there.
It's just hard to think that August 1, because of the success of these last 5 or 6 years, that there's no reason to watch the Braves.
I know.
It sucks.
Well, it's kind of what happened with Gator baseball, no offense, but when they got knocked out, or obviously in the first round, you're kind of like, well, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be like that. We're supposed to be deep into June, and then we're, having a great time, and we're all celebrating, and we're talking about the game. But instead, it was like over, and we're like, well, wait a minute. This is not good for our viewing pleasure and for your traveling pleasure.
I'd rather not travel for regionals because that means it was a good regular season, and you're hosting, and you got a better chance to then travel 2 weeks after that.
But it happens.
I know.
Yeah.
And at least it was a good place to travel to. Watching drug deals at the hotel next to us at Myrtle Beach.
That's not surprising. I saw a thing where Myrtle Beach is like one of the capitals of the world, of the country. It's like in the top 5 in like stolen cars and stuff like
They
that.
call it Dirty Myrtle, which I had no idea
I didn't
that
either.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
But I guess so many tourists go there that probably can get taken advantage of. Yeah, a little scary by the beach, but actually there was other places you went to that were pretty nice. But yeah, I guess I was a little surprised.
I've never been there, and I was kind of excited about going there. Maybe I thought about going, but now I'm glad I didn't. Dirty Myrtle.
Dirty Myrtle.
That's what she said. He gave her a dirty Myrtle.
But I can tell you there wasn't a lot of people roaming around either that looked like Sydney Sweeney in the New American Eagle ads.
There weren't a lot that you would say, yeah, look at that. Nobody was taking their shades and pulling them down.
Double taking?
Yeah.
Only when I was walking around in my Speedo.
Did you really wear a Speedo?
No. I didn't want to have I think Sully would have gotten mad at me because I would have taken all the attention away from him.
No, you wouldn't have. They'd have gone, is that Conan O'Brien? Redhead, goofy-looking guy?
Somebody
looks unathletic.
Somebody about 2 weeks ago said I look like Seth Green. Seth Green's like
literally
5 feet tall,
4'8".
right?
Yeah, he's tiny.
I was like, I can't be. Maybe in the face, but I'm like, would tower over him.
No, you look more like Conan.
I would have been Dr. Evil's dad or
You should
kid,
start
though.
doing
That'd
your
been
hair
cool.
like that with a little flip.
Like Conan?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. All right, we're going to talk some college football when we come back. Matt Hayes is going to join us, writes for USA Today, and, of course, over at 1010XL in Jacksonville. So a fun college football conversation when we return here on the Tailgate.
This is Hub Brown, Dean of the College of Journalism and Communications here at the University of Florida, and you are listening to ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators.
I'm a man. I'm 40. And even though Pat is about double that, and we don't agree on lots of things, we both can appreciate the impact of something special on the Gainesville community. For more than 40 years now, Quality Plumbing has been proudly supporting countless local organizations and, of course, the Florida Gators year in and year out. And, by the way, they're pretty good at plumbing, too, setting the standard in the industry with reliable service and the results you can count on. So when your next plumbing problem pops up, don't stress. It's never a problem to pick up the phone and call Quality Plumbing 24/7, day or night. Quality Plumbing, where service, trust, and community come together. License number CFC 043073. Well, we know it is crazy hot outside, so Oaks Jewelry said, let's bring everybody inside and have a sizzling summer sale. They've been bringing you the bling for more than 40 years. Yes, that's 4 decades of sparkle, sass, and some seriously good deals. Right now, get 20% off all color stone jewelry, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, basically all the fancy stuff that makes your friends say, ooh, where'd you get that? They've got diamond earrings and pendants, 20% off. Diamond fashion rings, also 20% off, because who says you can't treat yourself and still afford the groceries? You need a reason to be fashionably on time? You can get 30% off all Citizen watches. They're solar powered, so you'll always be on time, at least in theory. And hey, why wait? Lay away now for the holidays, because nothing says I've got my life together like Christmas shopping in July. It's the Oaks Jewelry Sizzling Summer Sale, celebrating 40 plus years of sparkle, style, and saving you some serious cash.
Hey, it's Adam with Adam's Rib Company. 20 years ago, my wife Michelle and I sought out to offer the best barbecue at a fair price to you, our loyal customers. We feel like we've been doing that. And to continue the great brand that we started many years ago, we've expanded to offer our new mobile kitchen, the Little Rib. Give us a check out on Facebook to see where you can find it at next. In addition, we can provide any barbecue catering needs. Dine in with us at our main location or give us a call at 352-373-8882 or visit us online at adamsribco.com.
So many of us have been looking for Waldo ever since we were kids, and when we finally found that red and white sweater, we were ecstatic. So many of us now are looking for a great deal on a vehicle, and guess what? When you find Waldo this time, you'll find a used car lot full of deals. Right Price Auto is right in the heart of Waldo, and they've got pretty much anything you'll be looking for in a used vehicle. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and even RVs. And you'll get the lowest fees a lot less than those big dealers around. In business, for more than a decade, they've got quick and easy financing, a simple process of buying with no waiting around. Just find what you want and drive away that day. It's a quick and easy drive, too, just 10 minutes from the Gainesville Airport, right off of 301. Check them out online at Right Price Auto FL, and then stop by and tell them the Tailgate sent you for a no-hassle way that'll surely make your day.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Heat advisory in effect until 7 o'clock this evening, as it will be hot. 97 the high, the heat index feeling like 108 degrees today. Scattered thunderstorms around this afternoon. Any storms should be ending early this evening. 76 the overnight low. For Thursday, partly cloudy, 97 the high. Got a few late day afternoon storms. Same thing for Friday with a high of 96. From the WFT Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
I am just waiting on a player to be fed up with this, to be fed up with the charade. For a player of the caliber of Micah Parsons to say, I'm going to get my bag a lot of places.
Yes.
And I can get it at a place where A, it's more stable and I'm appreciated, and B, where I have a better chance to win. Because as long as this circus is still happening, the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be able to win a Super Bowl.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekday mornings at 6 right here on WRUF. Follow ESPN Gainesville on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Stay up to date with the latest information, interviews, stories, events, and contests. We are ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF.
This is Florida Gator head football coach Billy Napier, and you're listening to The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF radio app.
All right, we're back here on the Tailgate. Pat Dooley and Jeff Cardozo. And yesterday we were going to have Matt Hayes on, but all this Lagway talk and everything, we got behind, and I forgot. And then, of course, he has other duties that he's got to deal with. Today, he is coming on, and we appreciate him, of course, from 1010XL. He does a great job. And what a great writer he is for covering college football. How you doing, Matty?
Doing good, Doles. How are you?
I'm good, man. So you hear that Lagway thing, and I'm sure everybody immediately just goes to this mental image of Anthony Richardson laying on the ground going, oh, my hamstring. But, I mean, they're different quarterbacks, but you just worry that a guy just is injury prone.
I don't know how you couldn't. I mean, you feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know how it's happened. I don't know. Have you guys heard anything how it happened, or
just on a regular run?
Yeah, he was just jogging. He was basically kind of doing a walk like Dooley and pulled something like he does. So they're the same.
I did have a sympathy calf injury the other day.
Uh-oh.
Is there any doubt, Jeff, that Doles pulls something when he walks? Is there any doubt about that?
Every day.
I pull something when I sleep. That's another story.
It's unfortunate, maybe, because he did a lot of work in the off season to get ready to play, with the core injury in the shoulder, and he was ready to play. He sounded really good at media days, SEC media days, and he's clearly, when he plays, they're a different team. And I think it's disappointment. Really, the disappointing thing is if it is the calf, which is what we're hearing, right?
Yep.
And you hate to say this because it's just, but how can you not think this? There's been such a rash of injuries in sports that have begun with the calf and then go to the Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that's what's happening now. And if that's the case, that's a dangerous position to be in. You don't want to say that, but, I mean, you also look at the reality of it is, what happens if there is a problem and he can't play? Then you're looking at a completely different team. I think if he can play, you're looking at a team that's very motivated right now. I mean, the way those guys were talking at SEC Media Days, they are really excited to go out and show people that, this is not what you think we are. And I think they've got enough pieces on that team, especially if DJ Lagway's healthy, to kind of put a shock into some people this season.
Yeah, and it's cool to hear them talk like that because, Matt, I don't think for a couple of years Napier could say any of that stuff. So the confidence that he's providing and, certainly the spot the ball theme and all that other stuff, like there is a confidence to this group. And, the roster is where it should be. So there are no excuses anymore, it seems like.
Yeah, and I think they still are very excited about it. I mean, for all we know, this could be as simple as just a a calf strain, and he's fine. He's off and running in a week or two. Who knows, right?
Right.
But the vibe I got from them, the vibe that I got from talking to Billy on our show, he knows something, man. He knows something, and by that I mean in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that they got something, and I think if DJ Lagway can stay healthy, they're going to be a dangerous team this year.
No doubt about it. And we're joined by Matt Hayes, and of course, the king of college football. Now that Tony Barnhart is retiring, you're Mr. College Football. Okay.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we had a great party for him at Spurrier's the other night, Saturday night.
How'd that go, by the way?
That went really well, and it was a lot of fun to see everybody. And Spurrier had a great line where he was talking. He introduced Shane. He goes, "Yeah, there's Shane Matthews over there, 2-time SEC Player of the Year. I don't think many guys have got that." He goes, "Well, except me and Danny."
He kind of just put Shane in his place immediately.
That's right. It was beautiful. All right, so I got to talk to you about your pick to win the SEC. And Jeff has already said that they're his sleeper pick. So you guys are big on Oklahoma Boomer Sooner.
I like their offensive and defensive lines. I like the fact that they were really good on defense, and I don't think everybody realized how good they were on defense last year. They got to replace a couple guys, but that defense was on the field so often last year, was dealing with so many 3-and-outs, so many short fields because of turnovers. I don't think we realized the kind of talent they have on that side of the ball. And now you got a quarterback, and now you got John Mateer, who is a dude. He's not only talented, but I think he's also a guy that can motivate them, a guy that is a legit tip-of-the-spear type of guy that players will rally around. And they're going to score points with him. And you got Ben Arbuckle, who they also got from Washington State, the OC, who is one of the bright young minds in college football. It's going to be fun to watch them, man. I mean, I think they have enough. The additions they made in the portal, and I think they're going to play really well defensively. Yeah, I think they can win the league. If you look around the league, Duels and Jeff, look at Georgia. You think Georgia's confident with Gunnar Stockton?
Hell no.
Do you think Alabama's confident with Ty Simpson? No. I mean, even Texas with Arch, we don't know what Arch is. I mean, we saw Arch play against two bad teams and have two really good games. We saw him on a fourth down play against Texas A&M and goal line situation, and he looked good. And basically saw him against Georgia deer in the headlights.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know what Arch is like in the third quarter or fourth quarter of an SEC road game where they've got to have a play. Until I see that, I'm going to be a wait-and-see type of thing with Arch Manning.
Well, something we did see was Garrett Nussmeier being pretty good. We got to coach him up a little bit when Pops was here in Gainesville for a few years. So, secretly
he's overcome that.
But you kind of root for that. But how big is that first game for those guys? They can never win
at
the beginning of the year, and obviously Clemson. And it seems like, Chip Kelly's trying to do everything to win this game, right?
Not Chip Kelly.
Brian Kelly, yeah.
Chip Kelly's the winner too, Jeff, is Ohio State.
Right. No, he's not winning Ohio State. He's in the NFL now. The thing with what Brian said is, and I think it was already a big game. Okay, you don't start your tenure at LSU by losing back-to-back years to FSU and then losing to USC in season openers, and not think that year 4 is going to be a legit big time game where you got to set the tempo. So it was already big. And then he doubles down at spring meetings in Destin and says, look, this is our best team we've got. And then he doubles down again at SEC Media Day saying, look, this is who we are. We are, it's our best team. We feel like we've really upgraded at every place we needed to upgrade. We got guys. This can be as dangerous offense as I've had here, which is saying a lot considering, you got a guy named Daniels who had a pretty good year a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts talking about how, that's not the real Death Valley, Clemson. So I mean, he's really put the pressure on himself and on that team to go in there and win that game. And if they don't, they'll be favored in that game. I don't know what it is right now. I think it's Clemson
3.
2.5.
Yeah, 2 or
Is it Clemson 3?
Yeah.
That's going to change by the time that game kicks. I'm telling you, it will.
Well,
as we all know, 3. If you're favored by 3 at home, that's basically a pick.
Yeah,
but
and that's the thing.
That thing goes down to like 1.5. or
Nope.
one even.
This time of year, they're just throwing numbers out there. People aren't getting serious about it. They want to see what happens in camp, because guys get hurt, and we never know what's going to happen in training camps. But that we were talking about wide receivers that have been upgraded, and one place that they are is Penn State, where they were not good last year. They caught 0 passes in their playoff game. But you never know whether these guys in the portal are going to work out. Whether he caught 43 passes at Troy, what can he catch when he's playing against Michigan or Ohio State? And that's the fascinating thing, is to see which guys from the portal end up being superstars. Like a Keon Coleman was, in my opinion.
So they had Trevor Pena too, who is a legit dude at receiver. He's a guy who was at Syracuse, had a big year at Syracuse last year. The guy who wanted the big out deal from Fran Brown, and Fran said, "I'm not paying any wide receiver $2 million." Let him go, and I mean, frankly, Fran had no choice but to let him go because they couldn't pay him. He's a legit player. By the way, and I love Fran Brown. Love him.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah,
he will be the first SEC head coach opening at the end of this coming year. He's going to be it. He will be the guy. He's a legit dude. He gets it. Pena is a flat-out player. That's going to help Penn State. The question is Drew Alars, can he be that guy that in crunch time makes plays that you need him to make? And they kind of nearly lost that Boise State game, and then it kind of like opened up a little bit in the semifinal. You kind of really saw what he was. So they have everything they need to win and to win big. Does Alar become a guy who you can count on when it's third and make a play?
Yeah, I think that's where we are with a lot of teams, where we're, like we were talking about the SEC the other day, Jeff, and you can go 1 through 16, and I couldn't guarantee you one of those guys is going to have a great year because there's flaws in everybody's games going into the season. We'll see how it works out as the season goes along.
Yeah, so that's all you can do. And, Matt, I think another one, you mentioned Alabama a little bit. I mean, Oklahoma's your team. I think Alabama's the sneaky team to win, and because I think I have confidence in Grubb coming over. Like, do you think that that's going to make a big deal now that he's a part of that and reuniting with Kalen DeBoer? And I mean, I guess you still don't know about Ty Simpson, but I just feel like watching that offense from afar a couple of years ago and what they were able to do, it's like, damn, that can work here.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, you're saying, okay, the guy's been around the program for 4 years. He was a former 5-star recruit. Maybe it all starts to click when he gets the right coaching. That's kind of what you're thinking. I'm kind of thinking along the lines with you that Alabama has the personnel to be a team that can win the SEC. But my guess is, honestly, I think they're going to play 3 quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
I think all 3 of those guys will play. I think also Mack will play. I think Simpson will play, and I think the freshman will play. I just don't know. We've seen Ty Simpson in games. We saw him against USF a couple years ago, and it was just like, I don't know, man. It's just, and again, he was young. He was 2 years younger, so he was a young guy then. But that's, you usually can tell when a guy gets it and a guy can do things differently than others, and I haven't seen it yet. So again, there's a lot of teams in this league where you're like, I'm at wait and see right now. And believe me, I love Lenore Sellers. I think he's fantastic. I'm kind of at wait and see with him too because he's got to be more of a thrower this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you've got teams that have spent 9 months now dissecting him and figuring out what they can do to stop him. He's got to be a thrower now. So I want to see what he does.
They're giving him the Tebow treatment now. Where you assign people just to figure out how to, and that's what obviously what Nick Saban did after they lost in 08. They said, we got to spend the rest of our entire offseason is going to be how do we stop Tebow, and they did, and they won that game.
Those analysts, there are analysts at every school in the SEC, duels that are breaking down not only Lenore Sellers but DJ Lagway and all the quarterbacks. Like they're figured out how to stop these guys.
And maybe breaking down Harrison Bailey right now, trying to figure him out.
Maybe.
What Warner.
Yeah.
What's the talk over there about Florida? It's hard for me to sit here and say Florida's going to go 2-4 to start, but you got LSU and Miami and Texas and all that other stuff. Like, do you think that people would be freaking out if that's the way the Gators started this year? Something not off to what we think they should be doing?
So I think nationally there's more positive vibe about Florida than locally, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think locally it's more reality. It's more of, okay, well, this is, locally the fans have been through this for the last 3 years, and they're still trying to figure out what they've got. I think nationally people saw what happened in the second half of last season. They watched Lagway. They watched how, we were a completely different team with Lagway on the field. They watched how, quite frankly, they had Georgia in that game. He doesn't get hurt, they win that game.
Sure.
And honestly, they're in the fourth quarter. They still could have won that game with a walk-on quarterback. So I think people see that nationally and think, all right, this team now is on the come. This is a team that is getting ready to break out. Whereas locally, and especially in Jacksonville, I think it's more along the lines of it's optimism, but it's guarded optimism.
I think that's exactly right. I think it's all guarded optimism, and I think they have the potential to be 9-3, but I think I think they have a high ceiling and a low floor, and I think there's a lot of teams like that in the SEC this year that have a high ceiling and a low floor.
There's a middle group, a lot like that. Texas A&M, South Carolina, Florida, Oklahoma. You can go like probably 5 or 6 deep of those high ceiling, low floor teams.
Tennessee, would be.
Yeah.
All right, my
Auburn.
man.
You can throw Auburn in there too, man.
I know. Yeah. Hey.
Don't forget about Hugh Freeze, little sneaky Hugh Freeze, Gold.
That's Pat's team.
I heard he got a new burner phone, so he's ready to go. Let's rock and roll. Matt, thanks a lot for joining us, man. You're always great. We love having you, and we appreciate your time, and you're doing such a great guy. You got anything you need to plug?
Let's see. What did I just write? Go on usatoday.com and read about Arch Manning and this nonsense swirling around about the Browns and Haslam and Nick Saban coming out of retirement. I'm sure Nick's going to go to Miss Terry and say, "Hey, babe, I'm done. I'm going to go back to coaching. And not only that, I'm going back to the NFL. And not only am I going back to the NFL, I'm going to the worst franchise in the NFL."
And we're going to lose
of
for
a quarterback who's has 91 career pass attempts so far in college football.
I can't wait. I can't wait to go read it. USA Today is where you can see it, usatoday.com. And, of course, here I'm on 1010XL. You guys are noon to 2, right, up there in Jax?
Noon to 2, yep.
All right, my man.
Good stuff. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate you.
All right, Tailgate Boys.
All right, the great Matt Hayes joining us.
That's what we should call ourselves, the Tailgate Boys.
Like Gator Boys stay hot?
Gator Boys, Tailgate Boys stay
Tailgate
hot.
Boys stay hot.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with wrap up the first hour. And then second hour, JC Deacon, Florida golf coach, will join us, and winner of the Florida Open. This is the Tailgate on ESPN WRUF.
Cloaked in orange and blue and fortified on the campus of the University of Florida. You are listening to ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
There's so many reasons to love living in North Central Florida. The trees and the breeze are certainly a part of that, but as we have all realized from another round of storms, those things may not be the best for our residents and our roofs. But what is the best is a company that's been fixing things the right way for more than 40 years. That's the locally owned and operated Gainesville McFall Builders and McFall Residential Roofing. They offer the longest warranties in town, a 10-year instead of 5, and all of their workers are employees, no subcontractors that are going to give a subpar effort. There are a lot of people going door to door trying to do things the wrong way with no care about what it does to you. So why don't you go with the crew that uses premium products that are certified by the manufacturers to install? At McFall, you'll get state licensed building contractors for all your home renovation needs. With extra care, protect that pool, lawn, RV, or fancy fire pit during the process. And their process? Well, it's as easy as watching Florida State football stink. You get a detailed walkthrough before anything is even started. Call them today at 352-415-9098. I'm telling you, it'll be great. It's known as a small place with a big taste. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're really missing out. The place that's been voted best cheesesteaks in Gainesville, it's called Big Mills. Serving 100% top butt sirloin, 100% chicken breast on their cheesesteak sandwiches, Big Mills has a big taste. They also offer sausages, hot dogs, burgers, and salads with a baseball theme inside that every diehard is going to want to see. They've also got ice cream and milkshakes to wash it all down, so come on down to 2111 13th Street, right next to Adams Ribs, and see why Big Mills is a small place with a big taste.
Hey, it's Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators. It's getting a little more difficult to walk into a place without being recognized these days. It's probably because they love hearing me call those great Gators moments on the radio. And honestly, I do know what their favorite call of mine is. Hey, bartender.
What can I get you, Sean?
How about a round of ice-cold Bud Light for everyone here? 4 simple, high-quality ingredients to create a clean, crisp taste. Easy to game day. Bud Light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale, tropical, all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
Spring is here. It's time to let the pros at Electronics World help you move your entertaining outside. Hi, this is Tom Collette. At Electronics World, we can help you turn your backyard or pool deck into an entertainment oasis with outdoor TVs from Samsung and Sunbright, plus outdoor sound from Martin Logan, Kef, JBL, Sonance, and more. Come visit our 5,000 square foot showroom and design center in Gainesville and let us put together a custom designed, professionally installed system online at electronicsworld.net.
Hey, it's Steve Russell for Hurricane BTW, where every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings tossed in over 30 bold flavors paired with ice cold beer, all in a laid back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape in your home for sports too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane BTW. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
We are your home for the Rays, the Lightning, and the Bucks. We are proud to bring Tampa to Gainesville. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley continues here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
All right, don't forget to find this new way to stream our show. Our YouTube channel search is ESPN Gainesville -- Home of the Gators. Just leave a comment about the show in the comment section. We'll read it on the air. ESPN Gainesville, Home of the Gators on YouTube. Subscribe for free. And don't forget, we also have Rays baseball tomorrow, and then Rays baseball also tonight at 6:30. Tomorrow it's at 12:30. Comes on at 12:30. That's the pregame. And then the NFL tomorrow night. Jeff, I know, is going to watch this game and figure out his fantasy lineup, even though nobody's going to play that would be on his fantasy team.
Yeah, not ready there yet, but somebody actually did in our YouTube comments ask, are we going to be doing a college pick'em again this season? And the answer is
yes.
Of course we will. Yeah, love competing against everybody and having a good time. I think the goal this year is to make Pat actually do it past like the 3rd week.
I had a technical problem.
Well, you didn't. It was just laziness.
That's not true.
I logged you in. I got you a part of it, and then you just forgot.
No, that's not
so that's laziness. You're like
I'm in too many pools.
Like my kid in college. He just forgets to turn in his homework.
Yours doesn't pay off, so I don't. No, I'll do. I
get
promise.
some sweet Bud Light
in
gear.
In fact, I will probably put up a prize of my own that we can go against. Maybe the coolest person with the name Pat. I can go up against somebody like that. Somebody with a cool name. Somebody that's named Pat that was born in November, the coolest month of all. By the way, all right, so
Pat Sajak?
No, I'm trying to remember I think it was Nike, because when Hugh Freeze, who Matt was just talking about, got up on stage at the SEC Media Days, he had a plant in the audience. There's no doubt about it. who asked him about the new deal with Nike because they were an Under Armour team. And he was wearing Nike shoes, of course, sneakers, and he talked about how much they loved having the Jumpman brand. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. And it was so clearly a plant, right, to do that. Well, today they announced that they are selling all their Under Armour stuff. You can get them like $5 for a hoodie, you know, and stuff like that.
Really?
Because they got to get rid of it all. And I always think about that because when coaches leave, I know that their wives usually have garage sales, basically, and they put all that stuff out there. I got to get rid of it. It's not going to do me any good anymore.
Yeah, for the fan, that'd be still good to have.
Yeah.
It's probably some sweet stuff you can get on discount.
Oh, I bet you there's incredible stuff because those guys get nothing but the best.
So, but they're not getting the Jumpman,
I
are
thought
they?
they were going to Jumpman, yeah. I'll double check that in the second hour. But it's either that or it's Reebok, and I don't think it's Reebok. So I think it's.
But if you can be Nike but not get the Jumpman, like there's only 5 schools that get the Jumpman,
Well, maybe
and Florida's one of them.
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know.
There'd be it wouldn't be worthy of the Jumpman.
I agree with you on that. Well, maybe Charles Barkley got him to do it.
Because his improved golf swing?
It's not good.
He holed out in the tournament out there in Lake Tahoe. I'm going to go to that next year. It'd be fun.
But you got to go do it on a boat.
But then you're stuck there on that one hole.
Yeah,
I'd rather walk around and see everybody.
So if you go there on a boat, I would bet you could still get a ticket so you could still walk around everywhere, see the whole course.
I would just jump off the boat and run into the crowd.
And then they'd be, well, there's Conan O'Brien's running through the stadium. I don't know what's going on here.
And, of course, we will talk golf here in just a few more minutes with JC Deacon. It'll be fun. That'll way we start the second hour. Real quick, as we finish this, I decided to, I hadn't seen what Brady has done lately. I know he was struggling a little bit since we brought up Brady Singer. Look at these last few starts.
All right.
Against Miami, 5 innings, 2 runs. Against Colorado, 6 innings, 3 runs. He sucked against the Nationals. But then against Tampa the other day, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. And it was a homer. He only walked 1, and he struck out 8.
That's against a team that right now is in the playoffs. Right?
Yeah, so good thing for Brady Singer, who is doing some good stuff. See, just Nike, right?
Yeah, it is. I think it is just Nike. Right?
Yeah, they don't get the Jumpman. Only
okay.
Cool people like the Gators. It's what? It's Florida, Michigan, North Carolina.
That's all I can think
there's
of.
2 more.
I'll look it up. I'll look that up, too.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere. JC Deacon will join us, start off the second hour, and then it'll be all of you, however you want to chime in the rest of the way. After that, you're listening to The Tailgate.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app.
You spoke, we listened. You wanted the easiest car buying experience ever. So we're giving you the easiest car buying experience ever. Your schedule doesn't have time for 5 hours in a car dealership. Work, kids, soccer practice, grocery runs, jury duty. Really? That again? Gatorland Toyota puts your convenience at the top of the list. With Express Shopping, you can browse our incredible selection and buy your vehicle entirely from the comfort of your home. Financing, paperwork, trade appraisal, even the pricing can be done remotely. No need to come to the dealership. Gatorland Toyota delivers your new car to you. And what if that car was fully customized? With our pre-order program, it's easier than ever to get the exact vehicle you want from headlights to trunk. Have a vehicle to trade or sell? Even if you don't buy from us, we'd love to take it off your hands and give you a top dollar offer that you're sure to love. Come experience how Gatto's got it at Gatorland Toyota today. Visit GatorlandToyota.com for the easiest car buying experience ever.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
It's a hard reality to know you're getting older. Believe me, I sit next to Pat every single day, but we all have to go through it, and with it comes some aches and pains with every single step. But the good part is the pains are fixable, and one quick stop into Titan MRI will get you going in the right direction. There's lots of us out there that think we can just handle pain or it'll just eventually go away, but what you may not realize, you could be ruining yourself for many years to come. I'm telling you, go see Joe and the crew at Titan MRI. Their entire mindset is finding out what you need to feel better and getting it to someone that can fix it. With an average scan time of just 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be back on your way, carrying on your day in no time. Titan MRI is the only locally owned and operated MRI center in Gainesville, and their staff has more than 20 years of experience in the community. And they've been so good that Lake City came calling. They've got a place that is perfect up in Columbia County as well. Even your own doctors are bringing their families to Titan MRI. So get in front of those aches and pains and tell your doctor to refer you to Titan MRI.
Whether it happens on the pickleball court, the soccer field, or when stretching the limits of your yoga flexibility, injuries aren't convenient, but UF Health OrthoCare is. Now with locations in Gainesville and Ocala, our board-certified specialists provide the expertise you need to get moving again. Don't let a sprain, strain, or minor fracture keep you or your kids sidelined. Turn to UF Health OrthoCare. Visit ufhealth.org/orthocare locations for addresses and hours. Walk-ins welcome.
This program is paid for by Talking Reds, LLC.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley is on the air.
Let's do it. It's go time.
You can be part of the show by calling 392-TALK. That's 392-8255.
You know, if I'm saying something to you, I don't say to you, I'm going to say something to you and then say it. I just say it.
Or hit the guys up on social media by tweeting to @JeffCardozoUF and @Pat_Dooley. The grill is hot and the beverages are ice cold. It's time to tailgate. Here are Jeff and Pat.
All right, welcome into the Tailgate. Pat Dooley and Jeff Cardozo here on a steamy Wednesday. And if it's hot, then we got to bring on our guest who has been hot with the golf clubs lately, and that is the Florida Gulf Coast JC Deacon. JC, how are you today?
What's up, boys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to hear you.
You too.
Just obviously you're probably still on a little bit of high. Great win at the Florida Open. I guess just talk us through that a little bit and pulling that thing off against a dude you knew pretty well.
Yeah, it was crazy to end up in a playoff with Joe. It was, I guess, kind of a bittersweet way for it to end. But it probably took some pressure off me because I remember riding back to the tee and thinking, man, if this was his first professional win, I'd be really happy for him. And obviously, if I could win the playoff, I'd be happy about that too. So, but it was a great week, very unexpected. Just haven't played very much. We were so busy with the team in May, and then recruiting and camp and stuff in June. So, but I was practicing a little bit leading in and caught a little feel, and the putter got hot and got number 3. It was pretty cool.
By the way, we were playing out there Saturday, and I want to thank Dudley Hart publicly for saving me because there was no water being administered. So I walked over to see Dudley, and Dudley goes, "Oh, just go in there and get some Gatorades out of there." So
nice.
I brought him back to my foursome. So again, Dudley with another assist.
Duds is the man. There's no doubt about it. We're lucky to have him.
Absolutely, and of course, it is so great now that because we've got all these Gators that are on tour. It used to be a one-trick pony there for a long time with Billy. Of course, we had Camilo, but especially with Billy Horschel, and now we're seeing them all the time. Ricky Castillo, and of course, a guy that you coached also just won the tournament last week.
Yeah, we're getting there. We got a long way to go, and we want to. I think the University of Georgia's talked about almost every Sunday with a lot of their players that have had some great success on the PGA Tour, and that's where we want to be. And it starts in college and developing them right and getting them ready for that level. But certainly, really, really proud of Ricky and what he's doing this year. He's got a big week coming up this week at the Wyndham, but he's played well, and Alejandro Tosti's had his bright moments out there, and hopefully we can get 5, 6, 7 Gators out there pretty soon.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, we talked about it the other day. If you missed it, Kurt Kitayama wins the 3M Open last week, and coached by JC out there at UNLV in the previous stop. Like, how cool is that just to watch, obviously somebody like that and doing it and, rooting down the stretch, and, the one dude, can't hit it in the water, and, so then it maybe opened it up a little bit more. Were you watching, and did you hear Jim Nance, give you a shout out?
I didn't hear the shout out, but I had a bunch of people shoot me a message and call about it, which was very kind of him to do that. But Kurt is extremely special to me and my family. We met back in, that was 2011.
Wow.
When we first met, and he was awesome at UNLV and really helped me kind of advanced my career. We had 2 really good teams there my last 2 years, and was probably a big part in me getting the Florida job. And then we started officially working together, I think it was probably 2017 or 2018, and had a great run and a couple wins on the European Tour, and got through the Korn Ferry Tour finals and got his PGA Tour card. And then, watching him win at Bay Hill a couple years ago is absolutely one of the highlights of my golf career. But, I think, you get to this point in my coaching career that in life really, watching these young guys' dreams come true right in front of you is like the most special thing you can be part of. And, Kurt's win last week, it's never easy, as you guys know, on the PGA Tour. He shot 60 on Saturday, and he still had to gut it out right down the stretch there on Sunday. So, but it was a thrilling win, and obviously huge for him. Gets him a couple more years, guaranteed out there, and time to freewheel it and win a few more. So, crazy how hard it is to do, and couldn't be more proud of him.
I know you've been spending a lot of time out recruiting, and that's the recruiting season for you, but I know you can't talk about guys that are either committed or may commit. But I did want to talk about Noah Kent, who will be on the team next year, the transfer from Iowa, who obviously has had his great moments even since he committed to coming here. And what's it been like having him in here and just knowing he's going to be on your team next year?
Yeah, it's a massive addition of talent for sure. Noah finished, he lost in the finals last year of the United States Amateur, so he was one match away from winning the biggest tournament in amateur golf, and got to play in the Masters and U.S. Open this summer. So, and a couple PGA Tour events as well along with that. So the experience he's gained this year in 2025 has been amazing. But I think it's, to be honest, because he played for Iowa last fall, so he couldn't play for us in the spring. And I think that was hard for him, just being around the guys. And the best part about college golf is going on the road and going to battle with the boys. And he didn't get to be a part of that. So I think he's really looking forward to this fall and traveling and contributing to the Gators' success, and, getting back in that consistent routine of tournament golf. So he's big, strong kid. Got great touch around the greens too. He's got all the weapons that you need to be an All-American. So we're excited to get to see him in the orange and blue this fall.
Can you outdrive any of the players on your team?
Dudley.
Well, he's had all those neck injuries, and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're talking with
he's that, and he's I think he's 12 or 13 years older than me, so he'd be about the only one. But Pat, it's a great question. It is insane how far all of these kids hit the golf ball now, and it's not just one or two of them. It's everyone. It's just I think obviously Tiger really moved the needle when it came to golf and working out and that whole power aspect. And it is caught on like you wouldn't believe. And, the technology's catching up now too, and the golf balls are great. So everyone bombs it. And, there's a select few, I think. Cool story last week at the Monroe Amateur up in New York. Parker Bell, one of our really long hitters, he had, I believe it was 135 mile an hour club head speed, 203 mile an hour ball speed, and he hit it 410 yards in their long drive competition.
Holy cow.
So, yes, it's insane.
Well, and, I guess to expand on that a little bit, and we're talking with JC Deacon, the men's golf coach here at UF, a couple of times as you've been answering questions, you say how hard it is. And I think there's a lot of people out there listening that don't really understand that. So, you got to play in some PGA Tour events, just from a realistic standpoint for the, the guy that's out there listening right now thinks he can, because he shoots, 1 over or something at UF, he can go out and be on tour. How unrealistic how good are these guys really on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's probably a good comparison when you talk about Bostic, and maybe some of the listeners have played there and know what that course is all about. His senior year, Ricky Castillo would have averaged 64 or 65 at Bostic.
Wow.
It's that they're playing on a day-to-day basis out there, playing in games with the boys, and they're shooting 6, 7, 8 under par pretty regularly. And that was a kid that was still in college and fighting for a job. So by the time they're seniors and ready to go to the next level and play pro golf, the ones that are really going to make it, when they're not playing in a tournament and they're just casually out there having fun, they're rarely not shooting 5 or 6 plus under par. So these guys are so good. They drive it so far, which has obviously made the game easier, getting it closer to the green. But the amazing thing is a lot of them hit it so straight too. And so long and straight's great combo, and then they can all chip and putt. It's wild how high the caliber's gotten, and it's kind of made the job really fun because we can get a lineup every year that's got 5 guys that can potentially win a golf tournament every week. So it's been really exciting for Duds and I, and we're certainly excited again about the lineup we got coming back this fall.
I was out there a few weeks ago, and I ran into Herb, and he was playing with Matthew Kress. So we started talking a little bit, and fun, the aspect of it, and what Bryson does, and all these YouTube golfers and different things. And I asked Kress, I said, hey, if we went out there and we played the 2-man scramble like Bryson does, and you're trying to break 50 or break 60 from the ladies' tees, do you think you could go out there and do that if you picked one guy from the team from the ladies' tees? Do you think you can crack 50 out there?
I love what Bryson's doing too. I'm with you on that one, Doz. He's that's what growing the game looks like to me. That the kids they're just watching YouTube, and that's a big part of it. And there's a big group of young guys and some pros that have started to push that side of things, and it is getting kids into the game, which is great. But I don't know. I think if you put 2 of our guys together, I think, I don't know, breaking 50 is asking a lot. I know they would break 60, 100%.
Yeah.
Breaking 50 on 18 holes, 21 under par, I don't know. That's asking a lot, but maybe we'll have to try it this year.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do.
That'd be a fun little team exercise. That'd be awesome.
I don't know what the big deal about shooting 64 out there is. We shot 64 Saturday. Our team did. We were
there was
4 of us. We had 4 throws and 8 mulligans, but we shot 64 anyway. But we got to ask you one last question and let you go, my man. And appreciate you for coming on, JC. Jeff and I have been having a discussion / argument about Happy Gilmore 2. I don't know if you've been able to see it yet. If you have, I want to get your opinion of it.
Yeah, my wife and I were really excited to watch it. We both loved number 1, like I think everyone did. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I was slightly disappointed. I thought the cameos were cool, and I thought they had a had a great cast and people, but just the first one had a hook and a storyline, and you loved it, and you can go back and watch it. I thought this one was maybe a little bit over the top, and it wasn't my favorite, but I'll probably watch it again and give it a second try here.
It's the exact review I gave.
Yeah, just a little too hokey on certain things.
And they stole the Caddyshack ending too. That I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were paying homage to it. I don't know.
They had a great cast, and Adam Sandler's just amazing, and I would have maybe gone a different way with it, but just cool that everyone's, the number one movie and the one everyone's talking about. I guess I read somewhere today that it broke Netflix record of, first 3 days of a release. So everyone's talking about golf. So that's good for us.
It's a cool thing to do now. Well, always cool to talk to you, JC. Thank you, man. Congrats again on, so for those that don't know, JC was the first 3-time Florida Open champ since Pat was covering this guy in 1962. Don Bisplinghoff. You know who Don Bisplinghoff is?
I do. I know who he is. Yeah.
So JC's right there with him. So congrats, man.
I appreciate it, guys. Always great talking to you, and thanks for everything you guys do for the Gators.
Sounds good.
Thanks, JC.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
All right. The great JC Deacon joining us here on the Tailgate.
Well, I mean, maybe he and I have. You thought it was a generational thing, but he's kind of more your.
He's my age.
Than mine, yeah.
But I think. It was
also you're watching it with your wife versus I guarantee you were watching it alone.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I watched it with the kids, Austin and
they liked
fiance.
It.
Well, I think we're all the same. Like the same as what we talked about. I loved all the cameos, and I thought some of it was really funny. I thought the end was very hokey.
Yeah. It was.
And the way they did it, I would have wished they would have done a little something different.
I'm gonna give it a second watch because I wanna. Like, I forgot that Travis Kelce was in it, and stuff like that.
He was.
I want to go ahead and watch.
He was the head waiter.
Yeah, he was. And look for those cameos again, and kind of.
He forced Bad Bunny out, and that's why he became Adam Sandler's caddy. So
he did a good job.
Put it all together.
Gotta say that Bad Bunny got it done.
You like Bad Bunny?
I like his acting because everything I've ever seen him in, like SNL or anything like that, I've always thought he's pretty cool guy.
All right.
But I could not tell you what his music sounds like.
All right. If you want to be cool and call, you can. 392-8255. We'll take a break. Get the phone lines cranking again. You're listening to WRUF.
If it's happening with the Gator Nation, hear it here first. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
Every morning, I get up, start the trek into town for a busy day ahead, and every morning, I kid you not, I pass an ugly green van or truck along the way, heading to work as well. But the best part of that sight is I know someone is about to be wowed with the craftsmanship and work ethic from days gone by with the technology of today, because that vehicle has Vintage Electric written across the side. And that quality is evident all over North Central Florida, and with more than 24 licensed journeyman technicians, you can be assured that a call to Vintage Electric is a call you won't forget. Now, I'm sure there's tons of you out there with honeydews up the wazoo, and if any of those have to do with electricity, call Vintage Electric today. No job's too small, they do it all, from service upgrades to rewiring, appliance and AC circuits, and how about an entire smart home installation? That way you can just ask Alexa to turn on the tailgate. So have them put their tailgate down, grab their tools, and sit back and know your electric job is going to be done right. Call up Vintage Electric today at 371-8021 or visit them online at vintageelectric.net.
Hey y'all, it's Kyle from Leonardo's Pizza, Gainesville's iconic restaurant. You know, time zooms by and our town is changing all around us, but for 50 years, Leonardo's is still the calm in the storm. At Leonardo's, of course, we make delicious deep dish pizza and our famous garlic knots, but we sell memories. Come in to relive old ones, make new ones, and let us know that you heard me on the tailgate for 10% off your order. Hey Jeff, did you hear the new Starship song?
No, I don't think so.
We built this city on sauce and dough.
Well, we know it is crazy hot outside, so Oaks Jewelry said, let's bring everybody inside and have a sizzling summer sale. They've been bringing you the bling for more than 40 years. Yes, that's 4 decades of sparkle, sass, and some seriously good deals. Right now, get 20% off all color stone jewelry, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, basically all the fancy stuff that makes your friends say, ooh, where'd you get that? They've got diamond earrings and pendants, 20% off. diamond fashion rings, also 20% off, because who says you can't treat yourself and still afford the groceries? You need a reason to be fashionably on time? You can get 30% off all Citizen watches. They're solar powered, so you'll always be on time, at least in theory. And hey, why wait? Lay away now for the holidays, because nothing says I've got my life together like Christmas shopping in July. It's the Oaks Jewelry Sizzling Summer Sale, celebrating 40 plus years of sparkle, style, and saving you some serious cash.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
This is Kevin Cash of the Tampa Bay Rays, and you're listening to Gainesville's only home for Rays baseball. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, and online at WRUF.com.
This is the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly, and you're listening to The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators.
You know what the name of this song is?
Yes, I do.
What?
It's Flagpole Sitta.
Flagpole Sitta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Johnny Danger.
American Pie movies. Made famous in.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I ever saw one of those completely. I know about the pie scene. And
Really?
everything. I don't know that I sat and watched an entire one. There's a lot of movies. And like I told you this the other day, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've never sat and watched the whole movie. And it was on the other day, and it was so bored because there was nothing else on. And I watched the whole movie, and it was great. I thought Eli Wallach should have won a Academy Award. I thought he was tremendous.
Cool. There are some videos starting to come out of practice today that the Gators are putting out there. So
Are they running the down and out still?
Book the Heisman. Harrison Bailey with a touchdown pass to Dallas Wilson.
Bailey to Wilson.
And who got burnt on the play? Teddy Foster.
Teddy Foster.
Former Gator catcher.
It's not him. It's not the same.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive on that. And again, it's practice, man. Practice.
It was a good throw by Harrison Bailey.
Well, here's the thing. We talked about this a little bit the other day.
I mean, the dude's 6'4", 240. He's a big dude.
I know. We've talked about how he's just never found the right place to be. Everywhere he's been a backup. Now he's got a chance to be a starter. And if that does happen, hopefully it doesn't. I mean, I hate to say it.
Of course.
I hope Harrison Bailey never starts a game. But there's a I would say, what would you say, 20% chance he could start the opener? You're not even going to go that high.
No.
Well,
you're a month away.
I had another person that kind of knows things tell me, man, the big concern is because it's a calf, the Achilles follows. And that's what I would worry about. Florida's got to make sure he is 100%, not 94%.
Agreed.
Before he comes back.
I agree. Let's get the Cattleman in here today. Hey, Cattleman.
Happy hump day, guys. Hope no dollar bills required.
Well, it could be a good thing.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. Hey, guys, y'all are kind of making my call for me. I want to do what I told Ma, but I guess y'all aren't wanting to see Harrison Bailey. I kind of am wanting to see Harrison Bailey. I think it'd be a great storyline. Don't forget Tennessee lost to Florida with Treon Harris, and that'd be a wild storyline if Harrison Bailey shows up in that game.
Very true.
It would be, yeah. But, I mean, Florida's not going where they hope to go with Harrison Bailey at quarterback.
No, of course not. Yeah, the season relies on Lagway being successful and doing his thing. But I think there also could be moments, if you need to, where Bailey can come in and be a guy. Listen, the weapons are good. You just need to have somebody get him the football, and at least you have a guy that's got the experience and being in 3 different schools before here, and playing in the league and being a part of big stadiums and all that stuff.
Yeah, just guessing. Probably half the league in a given year has to go to the backup. It's a dangerous sport. What was that? I don't want to get in too deep on this, Pat, but what was the deal? Y'all kicked Treon off the Monday after the Tennessee game, that Herb discipline. Didn't y'all kick him off on Monday?
That was Muschamp.
Was that Muschamp?
Yeah.
I think y'all kicked him off the Monday after the Tennessee game.
A story had surfaced that he was an investigation on a Title IX on alleged sexual assault, and that's what happened.
Okay.
And it was, I mean, they canceled. No, was it McElwain? Was that McElwain?
Treon was.
Hey, Pat. Yeah,
Muschamp.
Pat, you've seen a lot of bad coaches, and I've seen a lot of bad coaches.
McElwain got him later. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and make my call, but one other little quick laugh line. Hey, I thought this is you, Jeff. Pat likes to kind of run me down after my calls. I just want to clear my name on the front end. I did not throw a neon projectile on the WNBA court the other day. I just want to get that out there for everybody out there in radio land. I did not throw a neon plastic projectile on the WNBA court. Google it.
It was bright.
People.
It was a bright green too. So
yeah. Did you see it, Pat?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
Okay.
I'll look for it. I'll look for it tonight.
Yeah, Google it. Yeah, everybody's. It's been viral all day. Did you see it, Jeff?
Just open up your.
I was playing golf. I didn't.
Just open up your nightstand drawer and you'll find what was thrown.
Yeah. Just go to my WNBA fan page. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all got the internet in Gainesville?
We do in most parts. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, all right, here we go, guys, real quick. Baseball for you, Jeff, and football for you, real quick, Pat. Jeff, apparently in 2008, the Dodgers and the Red Sox played a preseason game. Might have been Mexico City or L.A. I'm not sure on the details. In front of 115,000 people. In 1954, the Yankees and the Cleveland Indians, not Guardians, Indians, played a doubleheader in front of 84,000 and change. I don't like gimmicks, but this Bristol Motor Speedway game, Braves and Reds, they've already sold 85,000 tickets.
I know. Yeah, it's cool, but
And
now Acuna's not going to be there, which kind of sucks because he's a big draw, certainly.
And they're going to be 20,000 good old boys in trailers drinking beer that'll never make it into the game, but they've sold 85,000 tickets.
Yeah, and I mean it's a cool thing to try to, like we were talking about with JC, growing the game and doing different things. And what I had never realized, Cattleman, that there has never been a major league game in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Nashville would love to get a team, but the A's went to, I guess, Vegas, and the Rays got a new deal. But explain it, moving along quickly here, Jeff. Why in the hell would the Dodgers get $115,000 for a preseason game?
That's how big the stadium is.
And you're going to a place. I think that was Mexico City.
Yeah, they don't have.
No. I'm sorry. I think it was L.A. Memorial Coliseum. I think it was in the Coliseum, but whatever. That's not worth talking about. But I mean, $115,000 for a preseason game.
Well, it's just it's the spectacle of being there. Yeah.
FOMO. You don't want fear of missing out. Yeah.
I don't like gimmicks, but it's on Fox Saturday night. I've been up there to that stadium. I'll tell you this, Pat. You've been to Neyland Stadium a million times. Have you ever been to Bristol Motor Speedway? I'm guessing not.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. This is how crazy it is up there. Bristol Motor Speedway makes Neyland Stadium look like a high school field.
Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar to Daytona when you look at it. It's crazy.
No, but it goes straight up. I've been to Daytona, but it goes straight up. It's like 165,000 seats. Hey, last thing for you, real quick, Pat. NFL wise, or no, let's go college. Brian Kelly, real quick. Is he on the hot seat? Apparently, is he coming into year 4 or 5? I want to say 4.
4. And
LSU plays these big, early, opening games, and LSU hasn't won one yet. Brian Kelly obviously got a great track record, but I think he's a Richard, and I never liked him after that kid fell off the scissor lift up there at Notre Dame. A lot of stuff. I'm seeing a lot of these national guys that you talk to, the Pete Thamels of the world, saying Brian Kelly's on the hot seat. I know that's the Week 3 game for Florida. Could that be a loser leaves town game for Billy or Napier? I mean, I'm sure Brian Kelly, he's probably making $10 million a year. Probably wouldn't be real good for him from the LSU perspective to lose to Napier on the hot seat, would it?
Especially if he loses to Clemson in Week 1 and loses 2 of those games. So here's the thing. I am convinced, and I may be totally wrong about this, but I just have listened to a lot of people talk about it. I'm convinced that it's going to take a lot to get anybody on a hot seat because of all the money that these schools are having to pay out. I mean, you're having to come up with $20 million, right? It's not like the NCAA is handing you $20 million for you to spend. You have to come up with a way. Florida cut 5% of every sport. Some schools have cut out their teams. So my point is, I think with the buyouts being so high, I think guys are going to be given a little longer leash. Does it mean that the fan base will turn on Brian Kelly? Absolutely. And that's a very vocal fan base, as we know, just like this one is.
Yeah, excellent point, Pat. The dirty little secret is these schools don't want to eat these buyouts. And Billy's biggest fan is Scott Strickland, and he doesn't want to fire him. Y'all hang in there.
All right, Cattleman, thank you.
Yeah, the other thing is, in the old days you would say, well, we've got this one booster who'll write the check. And I'm not saying that there aren't boosters like that, but right now they're more like, we want you to write the check for our NIL. We don't need you to write a check to get rid of this coach. Let's try to get better players in here because that's how you build a team, as you know.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget, you can tune in on YouTube. ESPN Gainesville / Home of the Gators is the way you can listen to it. We'll try to get we got a comment in there. Pat, get closer to the mic. You lean away too much.
Well,
I've tried to tell you that.
I know, but I sit, and then when I sit up sometimes I get.
So just adjust the mic. There's a
But
long.
then I touch the mic. You get mad at me for touching the mic.
There's an off button, and then you pull it up. There is a long shaft that you can grip and play with and put it closer to your mouth very easily, Patrick.
That's what.
Radio 101. All right, let's get a break. We'll come back with more of your calls right after this.
Live from Weimer Hall on the campus of the University of Florida, ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
When the Florida heat kicks in, your home should be a place to cool down, not sweat it out. That's where Crystal Air and Water comes in, North Central Florida's trusted HVAC team for more than 20 years. Whether it's a quick repair or a full AC upgrade, Crystal Air makes it easy to keep your family comfortable with flexible financing options, including 0% interest for 12 months for qualified buyers. With simple monthly payments, getting a new AC system is easier and smarter than ever. So you can now focus on what really matters, keeping your home cool and your family happy. Call 352-333-0460 or visit acpenguin.com. Check out all your options and to apply online. Again, that's acpenguin.com because every Florida family deserves cool comfort that they can count on. Crystal Air and Water, the area's #1 rated HVAC company for more than 20 years, and where your family's comfort is their family's business. License number CMC 1249384. All right, it's summer, sun's out, motivation's up, and yeah, abs are still in there somewhere. So you lace up the sneakers, hit the gym, maybe try a few crunches, a jog, a 500-pound squat, casual. Next thing you know, bam, your back is filing a formal complaint. But hey, don't panic. I've got a guy. Dr. Paul Gardner at Gardner Chiropractic and Injury. He's not just some guy with a fancy table. He's a coach, an athlete, and the go-to fix-it guy when your body goes, yeah, nope. From general adjustments to full rehab and therapy, he'll get you feeling like yourself again, minus the hobbling. And with access to MRIs, ultrasounds, x-rays, and even blood work, he cuts out the guesswork and gets it straight to the let's fix this part. You can find him right next to Gainesville Health and Fitness on University Avenue. The number, 352-727-4438. Gardner Chiropractic and Injury, the place to go when summer hits you back. We all want to have fun, and with the sun, there are so many ways to do it here in North Central Florida. But the problem is that stuff is so expensive nowadays, and just to get enough stuff to get it going is going to cost you an arm and a leg, unless you head to Play It Again Sports. Golf clubs, baseball bats, exercise equipment, disc golf, pickleball paddles, water sports stuff, bikes, and lacrosse gear are just a fraction of the things in the store, and you can get them at a fraction of the price. There's no need to buy new, and they've got a heck of a crew ready to help you with whatever you need. So don't let outrageous costs stop you from enjoying the outside. Head on over to Play It Again Sports.
Greg Cassidy here for the team at Campus USA Credit Union. You know how important they are to me and my family, but they've been around 90 years now, so they've been important to a lot of you too. The head ball coach, Steve Spurrier, is in studio with me today. Coach, you got your Heisman way back in 1966, and you learned a lot over the years how important both leadership and teamwork are if you want to accomplish your goals.
Oh, definitely. Almost any head coach that is successful, he's got to have a good staff. He's got to have people to help him, and he's got to have players, too, obviously, in sports that can contribute to the success of the team. So team is very important, just like it is at Campus USA, and I'm proud to be part of that group.
And you can too. Become a Campus USA Credit Union member today. Find their ATMs at Publix or stop by one of their 20 area locations. You can also learn more at campuscu.com. That's campuscu.com. Campus USA Credit Union, member NCUA.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Heat advisory in effect until 7 o'clock this evening, as it will be hot. 97 the high, the heat index feeling like 108 degrees today. Scattered thunderstorms around this afternoon. Any storms should be ending early this evening. 76 the overnight low. For Thursday, partly cloudy, 97 the high. Got a few late day afternoon storms. Same thing for Friday with a high of 96. From the WFT Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
The Hulkster passing away at the age of 71. I don't think you can overstate the importance that he had. And I know, obviously, it's scripted and we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But I just remember Hulk was different. And his impact, I don't think, can be overstated. The Dan Patrick Show. Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekday mornings at 9, right here on WRUF. No radio access? Don't worry. We have you covered. Listen to Gators play-by-play anywhere in the world on the WRUF radio app. We are ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. And now, more of the Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley. Here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. And online at WRUF.com.
What do DJ Lagway and Ronald Acuna have in common?
They're both hurt.
They both have calf strains. I assume that they didn't give DJ his grade for his calf strain, but Acuna's a grade 1,
which is good because that's just a couple of weeks. Nothing
is
big.
Is that like DEFCON 1 or
no?
What's the opposite?
Grade 3 is like DEFCON.
I always get confused on the DEFCON. Like, to me, DEFCON 5 would be the one that you would be the most worried about, but it's actually the other way around.
Yes.
You get to 1, it's time to launch the nukes.
All right, I got a quick question because you're very good with fashion. And
what are you talking? You've ripped me for the last 3 weeks about my fashion.
You're getting better at fashion. You know, all these shirts now, they have like the bunch of different designs and, like the plays in a polo shirt with a Gator logo. And, they're getting creative now as opposed to just plain stuff. Kind of like the shirts you like the painting shirt, all that.
The clown throw up?
Yes, the clown throw up. So the SEC has just released a shirt. It's got the SEC logo on it on the left breast. And it's got logos of every team scattered throughout the shirt. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
All right, let me show you to you. This is bad radio, but I'm going to show Pat at least.
I cannot
so
imagine
he can talk about it.
that I will say it's not bad. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought they were going to be bigger than that.
So it's like little logos like you would see on a golf shirt, but
that's not
would you actually wear that?
Would I wear it? Yes, I would wear it. Would
Why?
I wear it
because
on purpose?
it's got then a Texas logo on it or a Mississippi State logo.
I'm a fan of the conference. I'm a fan of people like Greg Sankey and Herb Vincent, and I'm a fan of Chuck Dunlap, and I'm a fan of the SEC most of the time.
Okay.
When they go play other games, and I
would agree. I'm a fan of the conference.
But I mean, certainly,
I
I
wouldn't
root for Arkansas basketball.
I would wear it for the championship game if Florida was in it.
Oh, absolutely.
But I wouldn't wear it just like to cover a game.
No, I would not, because even though you wouldn't be, if you were covering like Florida, Texas, you're not showing favoritism, but both the logos are on there, so that's so you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, a little weird.
But what about like if you're going to play golf, would you wear it then?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool shirt, actually.
It looks good.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. All right, let's get Bernard to join us next. Hey, Bernard, welcome to the tailgate.
Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, look, Jeff, I know you be around the football team a lot. I'm not a doctor, man. I play one on the radio. DJ Lagway, they're talking about notable gains in weight. And I was talking to a friend of mine. When you look at DJ Lagway, in my opinion, he has a funny build, and in most of his weight is below the waist. He's almost 250. Don't you think that's too much weight for him to be carrying? He should maybe be in the 220 to 225 range.
Yeah, 100%. I think part of the issues that they've had, and DJ has obviously been a really good quarterback since high school. He's got a lot of guys in his camp that has him do a lot of different things, and I think he's so motivated to be good and be stronger and physically the best and do all these other things, so that I think he's with people that maybe don't understand that is a problem by him getting too big. So Florida's now, I think, at a point where, hey, they've got to tone that back and work with just the Gator guys, bring a little bit of that weight off, and I think that'll certainly fix several things that are going on with him.
Hey, you were talking to JC Deacon earlier about golf ball. Do you think some people said that was a problem with Tiger, that it's okay to work out, but maybe he took it a little too far? Do you think that can be counterproductive for golf if you get all muscled up top?
I think it definitely was with Tiger.
You want to be loose and limber, and he got too strong and too stiff,
too muscle bound, and sometimes things don't fire right, as he'd like to talk about.
And that was the issue with the back, and it caused all these problems because you're doing stuff that you're not meant to do. I mean, it's why the arms break down in baseball. Like they're throwing too hard now. The arm's not meant to do that. You're doing all these exercises to make yourself throw harder, and it's counterproductive because it's just causing an injury when it's all said and done. So, yeah, I do think that there are things that, he and that was at least good when we had a strength coach, Bernard. Like, the pitchers never bench pressed. Like, if we were going to do anything like that, it was a dumbbell bench, because then it's a different movement than the actual bench press. But you want a position player doing that because you need him to be physically stronger. It's the same with football. There's certainly different exercises for different people. And I think that's where some of the issues are lying, because it hasn't all necessarily been just within the UF program.
Yeah, and you know what else? The thing that hurt Tiger was getting, his wife knocking out the back of his Volvo.
Got him good.
She looked in on his phone. He didn't. Hey, man, he should have had that phone somewhere else, man. He
should have listened to Hugh Freeze, man.
Tiger got to go to player school. That shouldn't have happened while he's sleeping. Did she get his
is there really a player school? Is it the guy Tim Meadows? Is he in charge of it?
I think the problem with Tiger, though, because he was such a dorky guy in high school, and nobody wanted to ever be around him. Then he finally gets it. He just didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, man, he went wild, man.
Yeah.
He was prolific with the women. You know what I'm saying? You think when Tiger was asleep, she took his finger and put on his cell phone, and that's how she was able to get in or something? Or maybe it was face recognition while he was sleeping on his bike. She put the phone up in face recognition. But hey, man, I'm having a good time. I still, I'm a positive person. We got to put our faith in Harrison Bailey until we can get DJ Lagway right. But, man, it's kind of – I'll be honest, it's disappointing. Every time you think he's ready to go, there's a setback. You guys take care and have a great day.
All right, Bernard, thank you.
You know what Chris Rock said about when the Tigers attacked Siegfried and Roy? Remember that? And he said, everybody said those Tigers went crazy. He goes, those Tigers didn't go crazy. Those Tigers went Tiger. And I always think that it was in his DNA because his dad was a notorious, womanizer. So I think it was just the way it was. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Is that how
Tiger went Tiger?
Is that how Siegfried and Roy died? The tiger attacked them?
No, one of them was hurt badly. I don't think that's how they died.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they died. Are they dead?
No, because remember Chevy Chase was in their show in the Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, but I'll look that up. Just look up.
I don't know if
it was pretty bad what happened to the one of them.
To one of the tigers.
That tiger went tiger.
Jeez, that's not good.
No,
quick,
you don't want a tiger going tiger.
And I guess you don't want to have a poker game at your house. You see what happened to Gilbert Arenas?
Yes.
That I don't understand. He's Gilbert Arenas, former NBA guy, arrested.
His son was a 5-star recruit, by the way.
Yeah, and he's the one that got in that bad accident.
And now he blew his knee out, so he's out for the year.
Yeah, so they're have not had the best times family-wise over the last year or so. But Arenas arrested 6 different guys for operating an illegal gambling business at one of his mansions in California. I guess I just don't understand. Like, why can't the boys come over and play poker?
Well,
so can I not?
Okay, but if you
I not invite you over? Play poker? I'm going to get arrested.
I think that's the issue. Who knows what else was in there? Was there also people?
It said for hosting illegal high stakes poker games.
Well, there were multiple games going on. Like if you got 5 tables, then yeah, you're operating something illegally. I would get that. And so obviously somebody told on him. It's not like they were like, all right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to break in and we're going to knock him down. And we're going to hit him and his malls are going to come with us.
It's like Groucho Marx?
No, it's more Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah.
Everybody used to do an Edward G. Robinson in the old days and a Jimmy Cagney and a Cary Grant. Judy.
See, Jimmy Hoffa's kid came out today and said that he knows who killed his dad.
I don't care who killed him. I know who killed him. Where is it? Where's his body? That's all anybody cares about.
He said some house they brought him back to, comfortable with, and then that was it.
Boom.
That was it.
That's not what it was in the movie.
So anyway, now I'm not having you over for poker, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I think if 5 guys get together and play poker, it's like fantasy football. Technically, you're meeting in an establishment, which a lot of times you do, and you're basically setting up the spread and how much you're going to pay it out. I mean, nobody's going to get arrested for it, but it is gambling, illegal gambling, because it's only legal if you do it the right way.
There you go. All right, we'll come up and finish it the right way. One final break. We'll seal the deal right after this.
From the College of Journalism and Communications, ESPN 98.1 FM and 850 AM WRUF.
You spoke, we listened. You wanted the easiest car buying experience ever. At Gatorland Toyota, we give you the easiest car buying experience ever. With Express Shopping, you can shop and buy your vehicle entirely from home. We'll even deliver your car to you. Want a customized Toyota? With our pre-order program, you can get the exact Toyota you want. And if you have a vehicle you'd like to trade or sell, we'll buy it whether you buy from us or not. Come experience how Gators got it at Gatorland Toyota today. Visit GatorlandToyota.com for the easiest car buying experience ever.
Hi, this is Dr. Art Mowry of Exceptional Dentistry. Listen to what our clients have to say about their experience at Exceptional Dentistry.
I told her I was a nervous Nelly when it came to going to the dentist, and it had been a few years. And I think my dentist had retired, and she was like, just come in and sit down with me and just have a talk with me, and I did. Most of my stuff is pretty routine, so I've seen Art, I've seen Kim, I've seen Dr. Rodriguez, but Dr. Rodriguez now pretty much takes over. He pretty much does my care. There's nothing intimidating about it. Every part of the staff, from the doctors all the way to the office and everyone in between, is like, just makes you feel comfy. Yeah, makes you feel welcome. You would love them. Right. They're great.
This is Dr. Kim Mowry, and if you think you have dental problems that are too big to overcome, we're here for you. Please visit us at exceptionaldentistry.com. That's exceptionaldentistry.com.
Hi, I'm the one they call James Bates, but my real name is Batesy.
When I was your age, we never worried about being lit or glowing up or steez or anything like that. Only thing we ever cared about was being freaking radical. I mean, high-key rad AF. And TBH, that's what I look for when I need t-shirts, pens, cups, and koozies, and the like. I go to radwaredesigns.com. If you're not using Radware Designs for your t-shirts, pens, cups, and koozies, then your stuff is probably sus, like basic, and that's no cap. All lowercase. radwaredesigns.com.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale, tropical, all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
Electronics World is on a quest to bring movie night to your home. Hi, I'm David Williams, Senior Designer at Electronics World, and I've been on a mission to bring the joy of movie night to families in the greater Gainesville area for the past 10 years. Electronics World is a local, family-owned business. We answer the phone and take pride in providing you with next-level customer service. From dedicated home theaters to professionally mounted big screens, Electronics World can help you rekindle the magic of movie night.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it, however you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekday mornings at 6. Right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. And on your phone with the WRUF radio app. The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley continues here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
All right, welcome back. Duels and Dozo finishing up a Wednesday edition of the Tailgate. We'll have the Rays 30 minutes after we get off. Rays Yanks tonight. See if the Rays can do something. Need Junior Caminero to keep hitting homers. Make the rookie card I have of him increase. And then Rays tomorrow at 12:30. And then we'll come on right after that. And then after that.
Not if they end like they have a quick game.
It's quick, yeah.
Yeah.
But then after that, a couple hours later,
it's on
Hall of Fame game Thursday night. Lions
football.
and Chargers.
It is football season.
So a lot of great stuff here on RUF. And Pat did his crack research.
I did.
Siegfried and Roy
very
are
sad.
both no longer with us.
Well, and I knew that the thing that Roy had been attacked by the tiger. This was in 2003, but I did not know until I read all this that the tiger not only when he attacked him, severed his spine and then dragged him off by the neck off the stage, and he managed to survive, but he had a stroke right away, and he lived for 17 more years, and then he died of COVID. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's just
not good.
That's not a good way to end your life.
And not good, of course, was Vegas Vacation, but that's Chevy Chase. That movie came out in 1997. And that attack happened in 2003 because, Chevy Chase was in the movie and he had to sit in the tiger thing, and then the family was wondering what happened to him. And he came back sitting with the tigers at the very end.
See, I don't think I lasted that long in the movie.
15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
so that's not too good.
The
right?
lowest I've ever seen was a 0.
Really?
Yeah, and it was a movie that had Kim Kardashian in it. It was kind of, they were trying to spoof spoofs. You know what I mean? Like, you had all these spoof movies, like the one with Anna Faris. What's the one with Anna Faris and
Scream?
No, but there's another one they did that was a spoof of kind of Scream and everything. Anyway, they were trying to spoof the spoof, and boy, it did not come across. All comes down to writing, Jeff. You know, I'm a big believer that the best shows are the shows that are well written, and the acting is almost, secondary. The one show I would say where the acting was important would be something like Mary Tyler Moore or even Third Rock from the Sun, because Lithgow was over the top, and that made it even better than it was. But the writing was still really good, and obviously the writing was incredible in Mary Tyler Moore. But you had Ted Knight, and I could go on and on about Ted Knight, who was in Caddyshack, my second favorite golf movie. I did finally do my 12 because I need to do it for my podcast tomorrow. The 12 best golf movies of all time, and Happy Gilmore 2 made 12th.
Nice.
Snuck in there. I couldn't think of a 13th.
I didn't think there was that many. A lot of news coming out, certainly with Gator stuff today. You'll see videos when you hit social media, just FloridaGators.com and all their stuff. And apparently Carson Beck today was 10 for 15, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in Miami's first team practice.
Well, 2 interceptions. That's pretty good for air.
Yeah.
I don't care what he does in practice. And to be honest with you, I don't want to hear stats about Florida guys either. I just want to see games. I want to get to games. Games. I'm fired up for football, but I want it to be fun. And we'll just see what happens with everything else. Hopefully there's some good news that comes out down the road. I mean, what do I always say?
No news is good news?
Yes, and especially, but I think this is one time where if DJ Lagway starts practicing next Tuesday, okay, there is news that's positive. That's not just coaches saying things about guys that, to try to build them up. So,
you remember the dude that was at Tennessee a few years ago, Drew Gilbert?
Yes.
The annoying guy that would hit homers and showboat and put on the mink and all that stuff. He was traded from the Mets today to the Giants. So he's not in the big leagues yet, but he is one of their better prospects. So
I thought you were going to say he was arrested. It feels like everything I'm looking at, guys are getting arrested.
Mets are trying to solidify their bullpen, make a little run.
Yeah, boy, it's hard for me to even get interested in. Like last night, I did watch a little bit of the game that was on, but I'm like an inning in, and I'm like, I don't even know half the players. Never mind. Let me find something else to watch. I know all the Braves players. That's about it. And even some of them I'm not sure about.
There's not many out there. All right. So, again, listen to the Rays tonight if you would like to. Again, tomorrow afternoon. And then we'll wrap up the week with one final show. No show Friday for us, and then a little vacay the week after that before the grind begins.
Yeah,
and
we'll come
back at it.
We'll come up with something fun to do tomorrow. I'll get Jeff under the microscope, because usually it reveals. It doesn't. What is it? It doesn't. It reveals character. It doesn't. What is the saying that Lopez used to have?
Last microscope I looked at was in Mr. Tick's 8th grade chemistry class.
And how'd that go?
I got an A.
Well, good for you.
Killed it, Duels.
Well, you're a smart man, and I do know that Maya's a smart woman, because now she's going to get out of here. As are we. For Pat Dooley, I am Jeff Cardozo. We are deep, we are way back, and we are out of here.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio.
This